Hi, I'm Chili Bin, and this is Raiden. We met on day 2 of our Appalachian Trail through hike and ended up hiking the whole thing together. Now we're in New Zealand. We just got married and we're off to explore the country together, hiking and tramping using mostly gear I made for us. Subscribe to come along with us as we explore the great outdoors. Hi guys, Chili Bin here. It's just after lunch on a Saturday and Raiden and I have arrived at Nelson Lakes National Park, and this weekend we're just doing a short little midwinter loop around Lake Rotoiti. It's fairly cold. I think it's around 3 or 4 degrees. It should get around to about freezing overnight, but we don't have any snow in the forecast or anything like that.
So here's the plan. We started out by driving to St. Arnaud and we parked up on Mount Roberts Road. Now we're doing a road walk from the car to the jetty campground. At the jetty, we'll jump onto the lakeside track, which will take us around to Kerr Bay. Then once we hit Kerr Bay, we'll head along the Lakehead track down to Lakehead Hut. If the hut's empty, we'll probably end up staying there tonight. Otherwise, we head over to Coldwater Hut for the night instead. We can get access to Coldwater Hut 2 different ways. If the river level is low enough, we'll be able to walk across the river. Otherwise, we have to take a several kilometre detour up to the bridge. It hasn't been raining too much, so we're hoping that the river level will be low enough to cross. Then from Coldwater Hut, it's a fairly easy walk around the edge of the lake back to the car.
So we've walked around the edge of the lake to Kerr Bay, and now we're heading through a little bit of the Bellbird Loop before joining onto the lakeside track and heading up the lake to Lakehead Hut. It's 11 k's to Lakehead Hut, and we might stay there for the night or we might keep going on to Coldwater Hut, depending on what time it is when we get there and if there's anybody else in the hut or not. Maybe. Like other people have done it before us. Okay. And it moves. we came up to the wharf not so long ago and we could look across to Coldwater Hut, and it didn't look like there was anybody there. Certainly no smoke coming out of the chimney. We are really close now to Lakehead Hut, and don't know if anyone's here or not either, but we might keep going, we might stay. I don't know what the answer to that question is yet. And yeah, I'm a bit damp, but if we keep walking, I'm pretty warm, so it doesn't matter too much. That was a pretty quick and easy decision. There's somebody else already at the hut, so we're going to keep going on to Coldwater. We're taking the route that is an unbridged river crossing, and we're hoping that the water level isn't too high when we get there, but we'll just get cold wet feet, and we should be able to dry our shoes out tonight by the fire to be able to put on warm shoes, or dry shoes hopefully, in the morning. There's quite a lot of snow up on the ridge back there. Up there is Robert's Ridge, where we came over last time we were at Nelson Lakes. The sign says 50 minutes to the hut, but it also says it's only 2 k's, and we just saw it, it's really not that far away, so we expect it'll be a bit quicker than that. Yeah. Here we are. Time to embrace the cold wet feet. Woo-wee! That is not actually as bad as I'm anticipating. I think my legs are a little bit numb. Here's another one. Your feet still dry? So the track kept going up the other side, but it just turns around up there, crosses and comes back down. So we found a nice shallow spot, threw over up there, came down here, going across to this little rock bank here, and we'll join back up with the track. Water is really cold, but it wasn't even knee deep. So a pretty nice easy crossing really. Is it dry though, this stuff? Oh yeah, okay. Not much firewood in the woodshed. Bit of a bummer. So, our investigation in the woodshed found that everything in there is soaking wet. And we have decided we're going to keep going. So, it's about 2 hours from here on to where we parked the car, so it's going to be a short day out tomorrow anyway. The sign says 2.5 hours, but when we came in, when we were here last time, it took us about 2, so we're expecting something similar now. It is going to get dark fairly soon. It's we stopped and had a bit of a break, so it's just a little bit before 5, and we both got our headlamps out and our fanny packs ready to go. I think the first section of track is a bit rooty, and then it turns into a pretty easy gravel path, so it shouldn't be too bad walking back in the dark. Walking in the dark really doesn't make for good video footage. We're back at the road end now. It's pretty dark, I'm not sure what time it is, but yeah, driving home now.